Oh my god. Akram, what are you doing? Bro, what are you doing?
I'm gonna set this engagement ring.
Bro, with that?
Yes, with that. Oh, you know what? I guess I should use the bigger one.
Bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, man, this is honeycomb setting.
Bro, please.
No, bro,
what
let me
are
show you.
doing?
This is the honeycomb
Bro.
setting. Bro, flower
Bro,
setting.
listen, please,
bro, let me
please.
just do it. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Oven, coming back to you live from ToranoMAX factory, Kilani Jewellery in the heart of Toronto. We got so much juice, so much ideas to drop on you guys today. There is many dinosaurs visiting our table today. These dinosaurs are huge. They got a lot of money on them. Now, this show is the hammer and nail, and it is really, really special because now we know we're changing the world on how to look at jewelry art making. Look at these two wedding bands we created for our friend. The first one was done in white gold, and we put the black enameling in the middle. And you can see the diamonds hugging each other from both sides on the 90-degree. These diamonds had to be precisely calculated so they don't touch each other, because if they do, they will break. So everything has to be microscoped, calculated, dotted one by one with perfect sizes to go all around this wedding band to give you the beauty of this rose and white. Both of them are going for the same guy. He just wanted to have the same style in rose gold, and now it's done. Look at the way this looks. Oh my goodness. Beside my own band. This is shiny, the rose gold is missing the enamel yet. It takes about 4 to 5 hours for it to dry. We just wrapped up this band, and it's gonna take some time before we do the black, and we're gonna present it to you guys. It is hot, it is crazy. My friend is really happy with the making of his jewelry. That's why people come back. They come back because they don't just sense the beauty behind the price point. People here don't look at price point with Kilani Jewellery. We look at quality. The best word I ever heard about Kilani Jewellery is Kilani Jewellery, very expensive. This is music to my ears. This is the best thing you want to hear about your jeweler. You don't want to have a cheap jeweler on your side, or you don't want to be called out. You're dealing with a cheap jeweler, because cheap jewelers don't do setting on rings like these. And when we come to you guys with our signatures, we always create you rose, white, and yellow. These rings are the best investment we ever made. They've been flying off the shelf. We keep creating them. We just recreated them in white, yellow, and rose, size 9. They're so heavy, so solid. Look at the inside with the Kilani logo. Everything is branded. We create, we set the trend, and everyone's followed. That's why ToranoMAX factory works through engineer mind. Step by step, we take the calculation of any idea we are making. This cross, a person came in to my brother, and he showed him a picture of a cross. It was such a not well done, and he asked my brother, do you think you can create me such a thing? My brother said, yes, we can do it better. He's like, okay, get it done for me in white gold, and if I like it, I'll buy it. We end up creating it in white and yellow. He took the white, he was so amazed with the quality, taking the quality on the side, the polish, the finish, the back plate is so important for us because it gives you full satisfaction. When your money is spent, if it's spent to the right jewelers with quality, then you know the amount of labor investment into the piece is the right investment. You're not losing your money on cheap labor, because once you do anything in cheap quality or cheap work or cheap labor, you're not gonna hold the investment of your money. These pieces are not gonna stay with you forever. Kilani Jewellery is not made for today only. Kilani Jewellery is made to be passed on for generations to come. These pieces are going to be passed on with a sense of a story, a feeling. When people get it from Kilani Jewellery, look at this S. These are our signature letters. We've been working, we wrapped up. Now this is in the block. Look at the G with the signature or the script writing. Look at the beauty. This is plain, no diamonds, shiny and rose gold. The toughness behind working with rose gold, it is how to perfect the color. And having a plain gold plate like this, or this little X right here, to be extremely shiny, and the curvature has been taken care of all around. You see the shine, well done. When we call it a signature, it has to be well done. ToranoMAX has not just techniques to work on, we have standards. These standards are set to be matched or better. If you can't match it, then you can't work here. We have to train you. We have to invest in you to make you better, show you the right way. Like our beautiful green money, we've been working on them for the past 3 weeks, and finally we finished all 3. I showed you guys last week 2 of them. Now, look at the beauty of this green money. Each one matches the second one exactly. The diamond setting and the engraving that went behind these names, it was done on a solid plate completely. No planning. The work has to be started when this goes under microscope. Everything gets dotted, planned, cut, engraved, and we're going to show you everything because our work doesn't go in cheap labor. We don't use no hammers. We don't nail anything because this hammer is really, really bad idea for you, my friend. Taking the look on this beautiful nameplate. It is so amazing. Mia Rose double plate ToranoMAX with the rose on the bail and the tennis chain all done in VVS-DEF color. Taking the look on this beauty. Take the shape of Mia Rose and look at the rose itself. So 3D, has the rubies in the middle. It's so standing out. And we have special engraving around it. So it's not just a simple piece. There's a lot of thoughts, a lot of work was done behind this piece. We don't just, okay, computer, cut the name, let's go, put the diamonds, ta. We don't do this. We take our time. We plan our idea. Look at this tennis bracelet with the black diamonds, and it has the halo of white diamonds sitting all around the black diamond, hugging it. Look at this beauty. Now these black diamonds, each single one was hand selected to match the cut of the next one right beside it. Why? Because black diamonds are very rough in cut. Not easy to find good cut black diamonds and having all black diamonds matching. Now this rose gold bracelet, really done well. It's really planned. Because the diamonds behind the black diamond in the center, these diamonds are only 0.8 of a millimeter to create the halo behind this 40-pointer each stone in the center. This is new. It's coming to our showcases and it's available right here at Kilani Jewellery. The sparkle on this is insane. Now, I want you all to stay tuned because we're coming back with our microscope and our hammer and nail and so much education for you to absorb with us. Don't go far. This little break is gonna keep you smiling. And after this is gonna be a shutdown.
Kilani Jewellery.
From a wax, step number 3 is casting, or getting the idea in gold, which is executing it and turning it into gold. And we're just gonna have to sit down and wait on it for at least an hour by having these gold gates that we created in the casting. Now this step, you don't have to do it. You can actually skip it and go right away to setting. But we like to actually polish, clean, have everything nice before it goes into setting. These steps are very important.
Does bust down watches keep its value? Why the market is driving the price up in these unique watches? Take a look on these APs right beside each other. Why is it outstanding? Because the setting is perfect. This is what you need when you're looking for a bust down watch. Welcome back to Fresh at the Oven. It is live, it is hot, it is crispy, and full of dinosaurs on this table. Look at these diamonds. I brought you guys big collections of loose diamonds in all shapes, all sizes. From pear to round, to usher, to princess cut, we got it all. Take him to look here. We have them in all clarity, all cuts available for our clients. This is very important because the client needs to know the dimension and the quality and the clarity and the cut behind every stone. They need to see their diamond loose. When you see it loose, you can flip it all around. You get to test it, you get to see it, you get to feel it. You get to see if you actually like this diamond or not. If you wanna take this size, maybe go bigger, maybe go smaller, maybe go to a different shape. This amount of loose diamonds available right here at ToranoMAX Kilani Jewellery is massive. This investment is made for you guys, for you to see the selection of quality, clarity, colors, cut, and carats, which is the size of the stones. These 4 C's are very important. Now, once you know you got the right diamond, you wanna know how you're going to set this stone. Who's gonna work on this? Like taking the look on this. This engagement ring is done different. It is so unique. It has diamonds on the band from both sides. Like I told you guys, I brought you guys the most difficult ideas to show you today. This is finished this week. The diamonds are exactly studded right here and on both sides from each side in here. They have to hug each other without touching each other completely. Look at the bottom of this halo. It has diamonds all around it, hugging the stone from underneath, giving you full beauty behind this natural gem. Now, the work behind this doesn't happen because of a hammer and nail or cheap labor. When you invest your money in a gem like this, or a diamond, or a big stone, or a small stone, or a square shape like princess cuts, this is very important. Princess cuts are the toughest to set because you got 4 square sharp points. If any squeezing, hard squeezing, little extra pressure can break, damage this. And a lot of jewelers can hide these issues under these claws. Now, the whole idea why we're coming back, because the hammer and nail has a unique idea of why we had to present this to you guys on season 1, Fresh at the Oven. It became part of Fresh at the Oven. The hammer and nail will always be there. And the person that presented this video to the audience or to the people that was following him, he deleted this video because he knew this is the wrong way to introduce setting. Now, the diamond is made from the table, the crown, the girdle, and the pavilion, the bottom of the diamond. The girdle on the side, which you see in red, it is what actually people use to put the pressure on the claws to hold whatever stone you are putting, if it's square, if it's round. Now, the cut of the diamond is very important. To be excellent, you need every single thing on this diamond to be matching an exact cut to create the size of the stone or the shape you want. Now, imagine if we take this diamond and try to set an engagement ring. We showed you guys on our funny intro, and the person was showing you guys, I'm gonna show you a video of how he was showing how he's setting a 5 carat engagement ring. And literally, he was using the hammer. Look at this. With his naked eye to actually do the setting. Here he's showing you how he's using the flower setting on Cuban. Honeycomb, very precise. Look at this. Guys, this is the worst thing to ever do for jewelry. This is disrespectful to the diamond itself. These diamonds are living legends. These diamonds took years and years and years for them to be created. These diamonds, when they were founded, it took hard work for people to dig underground for us to have them above ground. These diamonds, if they were cut nicely and they had the right quality, and you're using a hammer and nail to set these diamonds. I showed you guys the image of how the diamonds are cut. As soon as you hammer into the corner, look at this, guys. Now he's looking. And he's trying to set a 5-carat engagement ring with a hammer and a nail. If you're going to invest $500, you don't want to have people doing cheap labor like this. This hammer is not good. Neither the big one, because this big one just broke a big stone for us on this intro. But the whole idea is the guys, Fresh at the Oven is not just made to sell jewelry. It's made to educate you, open up your mind, see what you guys dealing with. One guy looked at me the other day, he's like, Kilani, you're showing too much. I think they're following you. They're watching your videos. They see what you're doing. You're giving them all your techniques. I was like, it's okay. The world won't be a better world without passing our knowledge to the next generation. This is our challenge. This is what we need to do. Without teachers, there won't be no students. Without students having knowledge from teachers, there won't be an education. There won't be good path for this world to live on. We need to show all these jewelers and everybody that's working behind these showcases how it's really need to be done. And for you as an audience and a follower, I love you guys all. The hammer and nail is a very touching word for me. And I present this for you guys, not to be funny or picking on other jewelers. No, this is so I can show these people, instead of talking big and acting like you're a custom designer and you know about honeycomb and funnycomb and flower, whatever these settings and names, you have to educate yourself. You have to know what exactly it means so people understand what are you talking about. You don't need to tell them flower and that's it, they're stuck, flower, flower. What is flower setting? What is honeycomb setting? Yes, that's right. There is these names, but you must be well educated. And you know, this education doesn't happen by you selling jewelry. You have to be behind the action. You have to be behind the person that's going to work on your jewelry. Like, this education for me didn't happen. Like, Fresh at the Oven has been the best education for me, myself. Why? Because the past 2.5 years at this complex, I have earned so much. And that's why I feel like I gotta give it out. I gotta show everyone what they're putting their money on. You need to actually know, because these diamonds are worth tons of money. Now imagine if you take it to a person and going to take your diamond that worth 10,000, the biggest investment you've ever made in your life. And it could be your one-time opportunity. This one-time opportunity, not because you're gonna get married to the woman of your life or the one and only. No, it's one opportunity. Maybe this is the only opportunity you are going to purchase this diamond. So you wanna make sure your diamond selected right, you're going to the right jewelers, you wanna know, you have full education behind everything that's going behind the work of whatever you're going to do. When it comes down to engagement rings with these sizes, you definitely wanna know who's gonna set your big dinosaur. These monsters needs care, needs time. These dinosaurs took years and years of living for them to grow, to become this size, this shape. Guys, don't think it's easy. Diamonds are not easy, and they're not found that easy. So you have to know who you're working with. You really have to, because when it comes down to tennis chains, look at this tennis chain and how it sit. Straight. 15 pointers all around, VVS, DEF in color. Look how straight this tennis chain. Beautiful, it gives you a full frontal view. Why I bring you guys this? Because this guy had a tennis. This tennis, look at the beginning in here. Look how I'm gonna twist it around my hand. This is a bracelet, look. Now, look at this bracelet, what's gonna happen here? Look how it's gonna change, and look, it's gonna twist it the other way. Why? Because it's a bracelet and a chain. That was, wow. The end of this chain was a bracelet. You know what this guy did? He extended a short chain with a tennis bracelet to set these beautiful diamonds. Oh my goodness. This is why you want to know paying $1 per setting is not the way, my friend. I brought you guys this. This plate is how ToranoMAX setting goes down. This nameplate is how this ToranoMAX gets executed before diamond setting. Now I want to show you guys a video of how the planning starts. This planning is very unique. We add the diamonds into the plate and we think about the shape or the idea we're going to work on. If it was a pyramid, we create the pyramid. We dot where exactly the stone should be. Now we drill a little bit of a hole, and then we come with our pits, the ToranoMAX pit. We create the hole bigger, taking step by step because you don't want to damage the gold, the house of the stone where the diamond is going to be seated. This is very important. Every single step we took there, it took time, it took tools, extra tools. Now here we're channeling every home together so we can have them connected, so when we see the diamonds, they can all sit together. Here we're cutting between to create where the claws are going to be. As we finish channeling, here's the ToranoMAX engraving. Here how we sharpen it up. And here he's lining up where exactly the line should be, as tight as it should be going. Look, we go over and over, keep cutting it, lining it up. Now this is the edge of our line. Look how shiny it is. Here we're chopping up, cutting up, creating the hole, and we have got the final hole of where we want the diamond to be seated. Now this process to create this pyramid, it took so many tools, you see. But there's more tools to be added after the diamond have to be seated, shaping the claws, cutting the claws, splitting, and then setting and securing. It is really important that when you're cutting and you're shaping, you need to use a microscope. Why? Because as you've seen how he was cutting in there, while he's cutting, he needs to see the preciseness of his line. He wants to make sure that line is well aligned perfectly and connected to the next one, creating this pyramid exactly same size. So when we come to place each single stone, they don't touch each other and they're not far away from each other. Now, when he finished and he comes to actually plan and add the stones, he needs to think of how much exactly he needs to leave for each per claw, because each claw is going to secure and fasten these diamonds. If he chop up too much and the claw becomes thin, it creates a damage. The stone can be falling off. Now, if he cuts too less and he creates a thick claw, it will take away from the diamond itself. Now, why I'm saying this? Because with the microscope comes accuracy. This accuracy comes perfection. If you're doing emerald, if you're doing setting like this, look at this. Invisible emerald setting in the middle with the round diamonds. These desert rose bracelets is our signature. They've been around, so many athletes, so many big names on these bracelets. Look at the beauty of these bracelets. This VVS DEF in color, excellent cut, didn't just happen by having the quality of these diamonds being perfect and made this bracelet perfect. No, the work that went behind and the planning and the cutting of each stone to be matching perfectly, sitting beside each other, the thinking, the matrix, the person that's sitting behind to actually seat each single stone carefully, slowly, making sure it doesn't touch another, it doesn't crack, it doesn't break, because this investment is really, really, really high, guys. It's very high when it comes down to setting diamond watches, like these bust down ToranoMAX Rolex right here with the rose gold. We just finished it and wrapped it up. If you're drilling too deep, you might destroy the case. What you're gonna have water resistance problem. If the stones, if the person that has a hand shaky shaky hand and he's not using a microscope, he's using a naked eye, his aligning won't be perfect. If he's using a magnifying glass to set this watch, these claws will be a mess. You can see everything because every claw will be thick, thin, chopped up in half, soldered so they can cover it up. So it becomes a mess. You want to work with someone who has extreme knowledge on how to work on things like this. Look at this Rolex style ring that we just created and finished in 18 karat. Taking the shape of this band. Each single link in here was separate before it was put together to give you this ring. The top part was by itself, the Rolex sign was by itself, the side part in here in white gold was by itself, each single one part was by itself. Then we pinned it just like a watch from the side, and then we put it together to give you this beauty. Now we're gonna put the center stone. We just finished up this ring. I wanted to show it to you guys. Now, I wanna show you something crazy because ToranoMAX happens with planning. But look at this. Here, this engraving we did from a solid plate before we added the diamond. And look at this VIP here. This VIP done with the ToranoMAX setting and the tennis chain on it. This lady came all the way from Vancouver. Look at this. There is no difference. This looks like it has diamond, cheap diamonds, but this is only the gold and the engraving in the background. Look at the beauty here, bro. Guys, ladies, you guys are incredible. Ladies, you don't want to be fooled with anyone. You want to make sure your jewelry is right because the crispiest piece got the hottest lady sitting right there. This lady is so hot. She's so crazy. She's been with us for 6 months, taking ideas. The crispiest piece coming to you guys from Kilani Jewellery, ToranoMAX. This one is insane. It is crazy. The Sony baby. As our oven is already ready, it's fresh and cooking. Look at this Sony baby. A baby sleeping on top of the pillow, sitting on her name, dreaming out her name. She is sexy. She is insane. Her idea came so amazing. Look at this baby with a pacifier in his mouth. Look at the diaper, the detail on this. VVS DF in color. And the bail comes with the baby milk bottle. This is incredible. This is so 3D. This is so crispy. This is so fresh. Lady, oh my goodness, you have made your name make a sound in the city. Sony, you are crazy. You got the crispiest piece. But we have so much to talk to you guys about. As our oven is so crispy, full of diamond sesame. This oven got the hottest piece, the freshest piece to ever come out of Kilani Jewellery, ToranoMAX. And I'm telling you guys, always the freshest piece comes from this oven. The freshest, the crispiest, the hottest piece to ever come out of Kilani Jewellery. This piece got a snake on it. It's going on a circle. This piece has so much detail, has so much creation and creativity behind it. This creativity took so much time, weeks and weeks in the making. This piece had so many little pieces before it came to one. Now I want you guys to know, Kilani Jewellery every week got you the crispiest, the hottest, and the freshest pieces to ever come out of Kilani Jewellery. But I want you to not forget that next week we're coming back with more hot, fresh, crispy pieces to ever blow your mind.